Do girls really like the quote, nice guys? I've been considered one, but it feels like they always choose someone not good for them. You know, girls are dumb.
Yeah.
Girls are dumb.
I'm not going to defend girls.
No, we're so dumb because we see it in film and we want the bad boy and we think that's more exciting and great. But then when the bad boy hurts us, we say we want the nice guy. But unfortunately, I feel like nice guys got a reputation for being boring. But I feel like we need to change the dialogue that boring is stable, comfortable, safe, you know, doesn't hurt you. I don't think that's boring. I think it's a good person.
Like, you
Chris,
can't.
why do you think girls choose the bad boy over the good guy?
I think there's like technically 3 types of dudes in this scenario.
Ooh.
So there's like nice guy, bad boy, and then there's like good person with a backbone. That's the third for me. In general, I feel like girls go for like the bad boy like earlier in their dating life when things are less serious. Then they end up going with somebody that's more of like a good guy that's more stable.
Yeah.
Our husbands do this thing where they just leave a cup right by the sink. And I would think things to myself like, this is weaponized incompetence. He's doing this on purpose to make me clean up after him. He's not putting it in the dishwasher. He's not putting it in the sink. It's like a declaration that he can do whatever he wants and I just have to deal with it. It's sick. He's so torturous to me. And then there was one day that I was just at home kind of cleaning up some things by myself and I drank the last of my water and I just kind of in my head placed it down and I was like, I'm just going to put it here because it's kind of like, you know, if I'm done with it, I can just, it's right next to the dishwasher. I can put it there. And if I'm not done with it, it's right next to the sink so I can
get some more
water.
Yes.
And that was when I realized my husband is not out to get me. He's just a genius. It's very different things.
Me, your biggest secret.
I'm cheating on my boyfriend with like 5 other guys.
I'm confused how he doesn't know.
Because I have a separate account.
Well, why not just break up with your boyfriend?
No.
Why do we see so many women causing frustration in their relationship when they start dating a man based on a wound that someone else did, not the man in front of them?
Because we've created a generation of narcissistic women. The rise of social media and the rise of online dating and the rise of feminism has taught women that they are not to blame for any poor choices. If you want to be a sucker, it's great. If you want to post in bikini pictures online, it's fine. Every poor choice is glamorized and every internal reflection is seen as gaslighting yourself. So they've even got terms for internal reflection to prevent it happening. They are trained to not reflect on themselves because we've been told we've been oppressed for so many years. Now it's time to make sure we project so we don't take any accountability. And as a result, when we get into relationships, if we don't feel completely soothed all the time, he must be a narcissist. He must be a manipulator. He must be gaslighting. He, rather than I.
You don't need a psychology degree for this. This is facts.
You know what I've noticed about women's fantasies, like when it comes to romance? Their ideal sense of romance is literally just cheating.
You know, the funny thing is, I didn't think this was true. I was like, man, he's just cherry picking examples. And then I did some research and he is 100% correct. Like, think about all the most popular romance movies ever. Sleepless in Seattle, cheating. You've Got Mail, cheating. Cheating, 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 and some underage bull. National cheating. Oh my God, so much cheating. Cheating, but with good music. Cheating, but with comedy. Rich people cheating. Cheating down under. Old people cheating. And cheating plus music. Like, it is undeniably true. Every successful romantic movie in like the last 4 decades has just had cheating. That's the women's fantasy. They get with a man, the movie convinces you that man is not good, and then they cheat on him. They cheat on him with the hero of the story. And they're not even subtle about it. The movie is just like, hey, you're with this guy, go cheat on him so we can have a love story. And women are just like, oh my God, isn't it so romantic? No, you know what would have been romantic? Leaving the guy you're with and then dating the hero.
I know it's August, but let's go ahead and wrap this whole conversation up. Top tier men of 2025. Honorable mention. You see, black guys, don't ask me why you on this list. Down at the honorable mention, you know. Number 5, black people who are men. 4, men who are also black. 3, black dudes. Y'all was in the honorable mentions last year. You got this year. 2, humans who are men and black. Black men. Don't argue with me. Argue with your mother.
Yo,
Like, I for real have a whole issue with younger women who have a problem with us 40 and over women when they're, I don't know, 30 and up boyfriends, or they want to talk to us. Like, I got a problem with it because unfortunately, I just feel like you younger women are not understanding the benefits of a younger man hollering at an older woman. So I just want to quickly break it down to you. Listen, baby girl, the reason why you so sprung off that D, is because we taught him. You know, we took him on as a little, you know, whatever. And we taught him how to slow down. Take it easy. We ain't got nowhere to go. Just be smooth with it. You know what I'm saying? That triple tongue action with the finger and the thumb. Hello? That's what we like. And we don't have no problems sending them on their way to do what they do. We don't have no problems. So at the end of the day, I just feel like you younger women, you really should just be thankful for us 40 and over women who have experienced that dude or whatever. Like, you happy, right? You happy. But it just, at the end of the day, it just seemed like so many young women be so pressed about an older woman. Girl, we don't want him. We don't. It was just a time. It was an experience. It was a classroom session. And you happy. You happy. Because I'm a woman's woman. I'ma always want for my woman. Okay? But just understand. Like, that's what it is, baby girl. Y'all got to chill out. Y'all got to chill out. Stop.
It's probably because they don't have that good like they be telling men they do.
Men be like, I don't date women with kids. I don't date women with kids. Baby, hold on. Who is talking about dating? Who's talking about dating? I was just trying to
It's always going to be in their head.
Is it though because they're that dirty?
Women are able to forgive and forget. Men, it doesn't matter to what level of, if it's flirting, if it extends beyond flirting, if it's just text, they just cannot forgive. Like, it's always going to be in their head.
Is it though because they're that dirty?
I don't think they're dirty, because I've known men that are just good people. And that's either, I feel like it's either one or two things, extreme scenarios of, one, they're doing it themselves. And
sorry, I hit the bobo. Sorry.
Or two, they have boundaries and loyalty for themselves, and they're not going to put up with your shit.
Hey, that I would love for it to be the boundaries and, you know, standards, and they're not putting up with my shit, because that means I need to rise. Like, I need to come up and meet them. But how do we know? How do we know we're not dealing with somebody who I got kicked out by the road, but really he was doing way worse things? Or does he have boundaries and standards?
I'm pretty sure there's probably red flags you just weren't seeing.
It's going to come down to just their character. I would assume.
Modern women don't seem to understand the entirety of the sacrifice men make. So for you to go out there and say that sacrifice doesn't mean anything, it does something to a man. Man's been working hard. He's been trying to provide and do the things that you asked him to do. And then especially when you go over there and give those resources to somebody else, you should expect to crash out.
How tall are you?
6'2".
Are you really? I'm just trying to find out what's going on with Matt. Why are you guys like this?
Well, how are we?
I mean, you guys are kind of crashing out.
We're crashing out?
You think men are good?
I think, most men are good.
What's the manliest thing about you?
My height.
How tall are you?
6'2".
Are you really?
I'm a family guy.
You're a family guy?
Yes.
Are you married?
I'm not married.
Okay, but you want to be?
I want to be married at some point. I'm not there yet.
How old are you?
33.
And you're dating?
I am dating.
And to get married?
To get married.
You want to have kids and all that?
For sure, I want to have kids, yes.
What kind of woman do you want to have kids with?
A woman that likes kids, first of all, and, respects everything about kids, marriage and family, and all that
you want
good
like a trad wife?
Traditional wife, yes.
Do you work and then she stays home?
If she wants, I'm a traditional old school guy, so if she wants to stay home and watch our kids, that's perfect.
Okay.
If she wants to work, she can do that too.
Okay.
As long as I make enough money that we can get a housemaid or whatever that wants to do all that fun stuff.
Do you make a lot of money?
I make okay money, yeah.
Ooh, is he really 6'2"? The man's at least 6 foot. He's at least 6 foot. Your eyes are darn near level with the top of his lip. That right there going up to the top of his head, that's 6 foot. Just ask the question and get out of his face.
Story time. Went to meet up with somebody from Hinge last night. And I haven't dated or gone on a date in a long time because I was in a long-term relationship up until recently. And I just figured, get out, go have a drink with somebody. I don't care how it goes, if it's good, bad, whatever, indifferent about it. Just get back out there, right? So went, had what I thought was a decent night. And he seemed to be having a good time, whatever. He prompted the second drink, right? Like, I'm not drinking super fast, so I'm just kind of sipping on it. I've got about half of my drink left at this point. And he looks me dead in the face and he was like, I've had a great time, but I have a long day tomorrow. I need to go here soon. But you're welcome to stay and finish your drink, but I am gonna have to go. I'm cool with taking an L. If it's not, if you're not feeling it, fine, but what? Am I weird? Is that weird?
Are you gonna take the L or not? If you're gonna take the L, then go ahead and take the entire L. Just take the L, man. He don't like you. Well, he could have done this, he could have done that. Sure, absolutely. But if you don't like the guy and the guy acted like this, then this is good for you. Hey man, stop acting like that. Don't do that. End of story. Take the L. We don't need to know about it.
Hey, so can we stop telling guys to not approach us at the gym? Because I don't know where else I am going to meet a man, because I don't do very much else besides go to the gym, and these apps are not working. And there's this cute guy at the gym. I'm madly in love with him, and we make eye contact, whatever. I will eventually approach him, but I for one would like to be approached. Just be hey, I think you're cute, and then I'll say whatever. If I just say you're welcome and you say okay, thanks, bye, it's really not that hard. Just don't linger and be creepy about it. But can we please stop telling them to not approach us, because I honestly don't know where else I'm supposed to meet someone.
Whenever I see men in public, I get this feeling deep down in the pit of my stomach, like I'm about to vomit. I kid you not, I gotta get that checked out.
Why are you in public then instead of being at the house? According to your logic, something bad could still happen while you sitting out in a public parking lot. Go home and shut up.
I just went on a date with a man, and then this other girl walks into the bar and he leaves. I go to the bathroom, I come back. He goes, yeah, I'm gonna go. We walk outside. The bartender, who I'm very good friends with because my best friend works at this bar, is yeah, you just left. I cannot do it. I can't date men anymore.
You'll order a burger and fries next time, won't you? You'll order that $15.99 burger next time, won't you? Get you a nice little cup of water. You feeling frisky, you'll get you a Sprite. And going back to the house. Oh, I had a good night. Hope to see you again. You'll quit now.
I'm using this comment because this one is asinine. I know y'all think y'all know me because a lot of my posts go viral or anything, but most people don't realize my oldest best friend my entire life, I'm 38. Since I was 6 years old, my oldest best friend has been a girl. I'm the godfather to her 2 kids. She's the godmother to my daughter. That is the foundation of what a platonic relationship is. That relationship helped me make the female friends I had in high school, the ones I had in college, some of the friendships I made when I moved to Dallas. Y'all like to use terms, and this is what I be talking about when I say manipulative mindsets, how women want to be friends with men, but try to make it very similar to their female friendships, and how y'all have this weird, toxic, emotional crutch and all that. Men are just men. When we kick it in homeboys, it doesn't matter if you're a girl or a guy. Friendship to us is a plain thing. We kicking it, we talk it, we treat everybody the same. What women want to do is be friends with men while still wanting to use the guise of, oh, we're friends, but I'm a girl and you have to treat me as such. No, I have to treat you as a friend. That's where we start from. We are friends first. Your gender really doesn't come into it. If we roughhouse and crack jokes and roast each other as men, when you want to come over here and play in the sandbox with us as friendship, we're going to roast you too. We don't care about your sensitivity. We don't care about your gender. We don't care about your soft girl era. So when y'all try to do this, this is why you have trouble having platonic relationships with men, because you want to use the word friend, but try to get that manipulative benefit of being a woman and a lady. And that's your problem.
And I understand acknowledging the differences between the two sexes or the two genders. I think men understand that. It's just, you came over, like he said, you came into my sandbox. And now you're trying to come over into my sandbox and police me and my stuff. Y'all have this problem in friendships and relationships. Whether a man is joining you in your house or whether you're joining him in his house, the relationship becomes one-sided because y'all think y'all run anything and everything. And a man doesn't want to be around that. So when you're talking about, I need a man to open my door, my male friend to open my door and pay for my dinner and all this other nonsense, is you coming into my space and trying to run me again. Men don't do that type of stuff. And once again, because y'all are women, y'all get off the hook talking crazy like this, where if it would have been a man acting like this, who knows what would have happened by now.
I probably shouldn't be saying this on the internet, but the one thing I can't stand about men is that they're cheaters, and I think most, if not all, men cheat. However, since that's the thing that bothers me the most about men, and I want to get my lick back, I see myself cheating on a man that I don't give a shit about. Oops, I said it. Like, honestly, when I hear women saying, oh man, yeah, I cheated on the guy, I'm like, I support it. Don't feel bad. I unhealthily love when I hear that a woman cheated on a man, just because it's like, somebody gotta get our lick back for us. I'll volunteer as tribute, okay? These women are doing the Lord's work. Seriously, like, I feel bad saying it, but it's true. We can't just let them be out here cheating on us and us being like, we're loyal, we're women, we don't cheat. Like, come on, I'm a little too petty for that. No, we can cheat too. But also, there's this people say that women cheat almost as much, if not as much, as men. It's just like, we keep it so low key. Oh my God, I think all the men are gone by now, but I love that for us. And if you are cheating on the low and literally no one knows, not even your man, don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody.
Well, like you said, y'all are probably cheating at the same rate now, so nobody's getting any lick back. Y'all are both doing it just about the same.
3 buckets of men. First is the player, second is the nice guy, third is the feminine man. This is for the nice guy. Women love a nice guy. You might not think that. Men, you might not think that because you're like, they only always choose the players. I'm the nice guy. Yeah, well, here's why. Women love the nice guy because we're like, he's so genuine. He'd be like the perfect father. He would like totally take care of me. He's just so sweet, just so nice. Like, I don't have to worry about anything. But there's no real follow through. There's no zest that a nice guy gives. Meaning, like the player's like, I'm picking you up here. Like, let me set up a good restaurant. Let's do this. Wear this. Like, I'm going to call you at this time. All the things that a woman wants. And they have like a little zest to them, a little something. The nice guy has all of the qualities that we're looking to settle down with, but is missing the zest. So that's why most women fall in love or like are looking for the old player turned nice guy, like ready to settle down. So when you're the nice guy and you're like, oh, well, I know that I don't want to call because she like takes a bath and she does her 30-step skincare routine at night. Like, she loves that time. Or like, you know, she's having wine night with her friends. Like, no, step up and be like, I know you have all these things going on. I'm going to call you at this time because I wanted to hear your voice. Or like, this is what we're going to do this coming week. Or not, hey, like, is there a time that we can hang out? It's like, no, I want to see you. When am I going to see you again? If you're more direct and you give off a little of that zest, women are going to just melt because they want the nice guy, yet a slight player vibe. But don't feel as if you're the loser in the group and you're not winning because you're the sweetheart. And also, don't listen to these other freaking guys in the comments that are like, don't put in energy. Like, no, be sweet, be yourself, be kind, be like the person your mother raised to like take care of a woman. That's the nice guy, and we're all looking for it.
Y'all ever just be in a relationship and just decide, maybe I ought to prioritize my relationship just as much as I'm requesting he do for me? Y'all ever just stop making these stupid videos talking about the nice guy is missing the zest? The nice guy has all of the zest. You're just unstable.
Why this couple just came in right? It was time to pay for the bill, and the girl was like, oh, you got it. And he was like, well, this is our first date, you know, I would feel more comfortable splitting the check. And she's like, oh, I should have knew you was broke when you came in with that fake Louis V wallet. And he looked dead at her and said, your ass is fake. Be for real. I was laughing for 10 minutes.
In response to my last video, a lot of y'all asked, well, how do you show up as a homegirl considering you expect all of this from your homeboys? Let me clear that up. First of all, none of my homeboys expect see from me. Y'all are crazy. And I hope that if you genuinely believe that the reward for being a gentleman is sexual favors from women, that you find leadership and community that can pour into you in a way that the internet can't, because you are gravely mistaken. Do I show up for my friends? Absolutely. Do I show up for strangers? Yes. Do I show up for my community? Yes. That's how all of this works. You have to show up for people. Further, you should have expectations for the people that are in your life. You should have a way that you want people to show up for you. And if you don't, that's crazy. There are always going to be things that people expect from me, and there's always going to be things that I expect from other people. Duh. You cannot expect people to know how you need them to show up and how you want to be treated. You have to lay that foundation and let them know. If it aligns with them, they'll stay. If it doesn't, they'll go. Nobody is shackling you to friendship. You can be free. I would encourage people to find friends that fit them. But to be incredibly clear, the way that my homeboys need me to show up as a homegirl is how I show up. To be even more clear, my homeboys are going to make respectful requests of me because they are respectful men. It's never been one-sided.
Well, I guess what we're looking for is, how would you show up? What are the things specifically? Like, just a couple of common things. Since you're such a great friend, how do you show up for your female friends? And in that way, how would you show up for your male friends is, I think, what men are looking for, not just a bunch of talking.
If you think the dating scene sucks as a woman, go get yourself a brother, okay? And go listen to their interpretation of the dating world. I'm not kidding, y'all. It seems near impossible for these men. Like, if we as women, we hold all the power. I think we always have. And just somehow it's been translated that we are like not thriving in the dating scene. No, go talk to a man. I would say go talk to a straight male friend. But I don't agree with female male friendships anymore. It's bad for them, I'm telling y'all.
There's a dude in the comments that said, I personally don't know any single guys who are even looking anymore. They're all just living their own life and they don't care anymore. They don't care. Another guy says, women have all the power in their 20s. You guys need to use it whenever you have it.
Women have every right to test you. And in fact, if you believe in evolutionary psychology,
So he's basically saying that men historically have been so dangerous to women that women should be testing you to see if you're a danger to them. Like, okay, I don't really like the word test, but yes, I understand they should definitely be wary of who they're interacting with. I don't hate the take at this point, but then I remember this is TikTok and he kept talking.
what these tests look like is just poking you and prodding you to see how insecure you are, how reactionary you are, how explosive you are. They'll say something that's supposed to bruise your ego a little bit.
Saying if you basically respond to that ego bruising explosively, then you're a horrible guy and she should stay away from you. Which, yes, absolutely. My thing is, why are we justifying people trying to bruise other people's egos? A woman insults a man and he like punches her in the face. Of course, like that, the punching is the problem. But it's like you're saying, okay, it's okay for women to poke and prod at you to see if you're insecure, when that poking and prodding is just being like mean or rude. No, that's not okay. I think there are other ways to test if someone's a danger to you other than purposefully being rude or mean to them. Like that woman who said she was a victim of DV, so then she did everything she could in her future relationships to try to see if those men would also get violent with her. My thing is, if you make a take where you're like, women should be careful around men, I'm never going to disagree with that. Men should be careful around men, for God's sake. I am not arguing that take at all. Insinuating, oh yeah, she should be able to say things to bruise your ego in order to test you is ridiculous. For one, that's just someone being rude. And for two, I know there are people in the comments being like, see, I get it. And those people, they don't test that man once. They don't test him twice. They test him multiple times. They're going to watch your video. They're going to be rude and disrespect that man multiple times and be like, oh, well, you know, this white guy with glasses said that, like, I can test him, so it's okay. Like, come on. Please do better. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to put a woman in a situation where she's going to test a guy and he's just going to be like, okay, I didn't like that. And he's going to stop talking to her. And then, like, she's going to be like, oh, man, like, what was that about? You're setting him up for failure, bro.
You really are. You guys are being jerks is what you're actually doing, instead of thinking critically about ways that you can ask the question and get the answer that you need to get, so that, okay, well, I think I want to move forward. I don't think this guy's my speed. Let me go ahead and head out. You guys don't sit around thinking about that. You're just worried about getting a nice outfit for the date. You're worried about, did he send me an Uber? Does my makeup look right? My nails done? All the other stuff that is great. But at the end of the day, it's superficial. It's a nice to have. You don't want to come up there looking like a bum. We know that. But the question that you actually need to be asking, y'all seem to never get around to.
Last night, I called a guy minimum 25 times when I was drunk. Then I wake up in the morning, for sure he's gonna cut me off. Why is he asking to see me, take me out on a date? No. And at this point now, I don't know if I can with you, because clearly okay with craziness. That makes me think you're crazy. I might need to cut you off.
I want to ask why your friend in the back let you post this video.
I genuinely feel like if there were no men on earth, women would be just fine. Like, men be thinking we need them, and it's like, no, you quite literally need me. And that's why I'm such a, because at the end of the day, like, yeah, like, yeah.
So you had extra time on your lunch today to talk stupid.
So I've been seeing a lot of discourse about how part of the reason that club culture is cooked is because ladies are no longer free. And let me just start by saying, I think the concept of a woman paying $20, $30, sometimes $40+ to be in the presence of straight men is egregious. So I thoroughly agree. But as someone who is 27, so still clubbing age, has been going out for a little over a decade at this point, you know, when I was 16, 17, whatever. I'm from New York. I was outside. Sue me. But timeline wise, that means that I was at the tail end of like that hair done, nails done, everything did era. The girls showing up to the club like their 5-inch heels and their bandage dresses all the way decked out. Yes, for the most part, admission for women was almost always free. But something that I think a lot of people need to understand, especially as you get older, is that there is no such thing as free lunch, meaning no one is doing anything for you for the sake of being nice. There's always a price to pay. And the concept of women being free to get to the club were clubs following this very specific business model where you pack out the venue with as many beautiful women as possible, and that will attract men who are willing to spend lots of money to be in their presence. And you can still see that in some US cities like Miami and Vegas. The caveat here, though, is if clubs go back to the widespread ladies free, that also means the widespread return of dress code and door people, for better or for worse. And I've got to be honest, for a generation of people who your quintessential going out outfit is a Shein top, mom jeans, and beater shoes, I don't think that would land very well with most of you. I think the idea of having to put on a very specific outfit just to enter the line and then have your entry be determined by someone at the door would make a lot of you spontaneously combust. And so yeah, clubs can go back to being ladies free, but you then have to be honest with yourself about what price it is that you're willing to pay. Because as quiet as it's kept, as problematic as modern day nightlife is, it is much more equitable and accessible to people than it was in the past.
Well, I mean, some of you guys are not even cute enough to get into the club. So it don't matter what you wear, you're not coming in there. You better have a body that's T, that's ultimate T, and then the bartenders or the guy's gonna be like, oh yeah, she can come on in. You a fridge, but we really need her. So you're gonna have to be a role player tonight. And let me tell you something. If you causing too much trouble, we gonna kick you out. But y'all don't want to hear that. What y'all really want to do is go back to being objectified. Y'all get tired of paying for stuff. Y'all get tired of being adults. And y'all want to go back to the stuff you say you didn't want.
The problem that I'm having with y'all, and that's becoming very apparent, and what I think is wrong with this generation is y'all did not get your ass beat growing up. Like, these little boys out here run their mouth to women because they did not get their ass handed to them by somebody. Like, your daddy should have been doing it. Your daddy should have whooped your ass so you don't feel so comfortable running your mouth. But if not your daddy, somebody in your school, somebody who, I don't know, you pissed off, somebody should have whooped your ass by now. That's why you feel so comfortable running your mouth. And that's what's wrong with 2025. It's some soft ass little boys. This is a soft generation. The women too. Y'all should get your ass beat. Cause you're a little too comfortable running around, you know, showing your you know what so quick and so easy. Like, what is wrong? What is wrong with this day and age? Who raised y'all? Who raised y'all? Cause my daddy showed up to my literal high school and told my principal he was going to whoop his ass if he made him come up there one more time and have to leave work early to come up to that place. Because my brothers would get in trouble for the dumbest things. And my dad got sick of it. He literally whooped my brother's boss's ass from Ace Hardware. Why? I don't know. But the point is, y'all run your mouth, you should have some sort of consequence. My daddy didn't listen to nothing. He just did what was necessary. You guys should have had a daddy that whooped your ass. You would be a better man right now.
I see what you're saying, but I don't know if you're the messenger, right? I've seen your page. Maybe your daddy didn't teach you to keep your clothes on. It wasn't that long ago, maybe a few days ago now, that you were complaining about not even men, but brands in general, only seeing you trying to use your assets for profit in the adult industry, and you having to stand on morals and say, no, I'm not going to do that. And at the same time, you got your behind out and you got your chest out. So maybe while you sicken your daddy on these little princesses, as you call them, these princesses of men or whatever, these bad bees of men, maybe he should have been focused on you and the nonsense that you be involved in.
Why do women want if they're women's husbands?
It's a horrible female trait that women are basically innately jealous of each other. So whether it's your husband, your house, your car, your jewelry, men are happy to see other men do well, like their friends, right? They like it. They don't have an issue with it. Like, great, you got a new job, great. They're actually much better at that. Women are kind of like, that means that she's doing better than me. It's jealousy, right?
Yeah.
And I think often women compete with other women. They're just like, hang on, why does he like her?
Yeah.
I'm better than her.
I broke up with my boyfriend today to keep him on his toes. And that might be controversial, but do I care? No. And I'm honestly looking forward to see how he utilizes this time so that I know if I'm wasting my time. Now you're probably wondering, why would you break up with your boyfriend so unprovoked? It wasn't provoked. There were things leading up to this little moment. Maybe it wasn't the exact moment that led to this, but I wanted to make sure that my boundaries were respected and loud and clear, and that he was being transparent with his intentions with me and respecting those boundaries. I don't know how long I'm gonna hold this breakup, but you know, I'm going above and beyond. No location, no contact, because I want to see, like, men are very fragile and they're very easy. So if something's gonna happen in the span of our relationship, the best time to see if it's gonna happen is in this moment. If I break up with you, how are you gonna react? Are you gonna fight for me, or are you gonna go flaunt? You know what I mean? Because a man, if they want to, they will at the end of the day. And this man, you know, my boyfriend tells me all the time how much he loves me. I'm his wife. The list goes on like a little AK. And that's fine. I love that. You know, I love that I'm valued and I'm loved. But I really want to see if it's intentional, if he's actually serious. And especially before we go 2-3 years into our relationship, like, you got to keep him on your toes. If I've never broken up with you before, how do you know how it feels like to lose me? So if he's afraid to lose me, either he's gonna step up to the plate and go above and beyond, or he's gonna slip up and go and run the streets loose. And that's totally fine too. I don't really care, because I miss being single. And I'm not really impacted by men at the end of the day. So either way, but I'm not gonna have my time wasted. And if it's for me, it's for me. If it's not, it's not. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted on what happens. It's only day 1. I broke up with him via text, and yeah, like he's been feeling it, but I haven't responded. So
there was a woman in the comments that said something to the effect of she did something similar with her boyfriend, and he went and got a girlfriend in the next 3 months. Sounds about right. And then she said something to the effect of, in the end, I won. I made the right decision. If that's what you need to tell yourself, do that. You need to surround yourself with coping mechanisms. Do that.
Everyone seems to be interested in why I'm getting divorced. So for Pickup Line Tea Time today, that's what I'm going to talk about. Now, clearly there is a lot of backstory, and this is just going to be like the very long story short, like the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak. So Aaron and I have always kind of struggled financially, and we have always barely made it. Let's just put it at that. We've always like got it done, but barely. And so then we moved into our most recent house, and he had left a job to try to do a different job. That job wasn't paying him well, and so he ended up falling behind, and we were behind, and he went back to his old job and couldn't catch up, and the mortgage company only wanted the payment in full, and they were not working with or not letting him do a payment plan, so on and so forth. So we eventually foreclosed on the house. And so the weekend that we were moving out of the house that we foreclosed on, he was telling me that he wants to get me pregnant, and I said, absolutely not. This is not the time. We're about to move into my parents' house, and I do not want to be pregnant right now. I don't want to have a baby. Well, lo and behold, that weekend, he got me pregnant. And I just will never believe that it was an accident. He said it was an accident, but I was like, I specifically said, no, I do not want to be pregnant, so don't you think you would be more careful or whatever? He knew I was not on birth control. We were both aware of what we were doing, clearly. But I just think that we've never had an accident aside from Ella, which, again, we knew what we were doing, but didn't really want to be pregnant at the time. But in the past 7 years since that happened, we have never gotten pregnant unintentionally. And so I just think it's a weird coincidence that it happened right when we were foreclosing on our house, which makes me feel like it was not an accident and he wanted a reason for me to stick around. Well, joke's on him. I did not stick around because it made me very upset and no longer able to trust him, because I think he did it on purpose. So that's the very long story short. I'm gonna get hate for that in the comments because people are like, it takes.
So let me get this straight. The moment that your husband that supported you for 7 years, because you said you were a stay-at-home mom for 7 years, well, he has been providing for you financially. He struggles one time where he's actually down bad and you decide to divorce his ass. And he uses a baby as a way to connect with you. A way to reconnect with you when he is struggling. And you take that as a means for him being dishonest, not being trustworthy, and now you need a divorce. Are you freaking kidding me? If anything, girl, he shouldn't trust you, because why would you trust him that doesn't want to get a job? That doesn't want to help out financially, but has the most to say with absolutely no solution. And then y'all wonder why men don't ever share their feelings. Now, do I agree that you shouldn't bring a baby into this world? And like you said at the end of your video, I'm going to get a lot of hate for this because it takes 2 to tango. Absolutely. Because what do you mean it was only up to him to protect himself? Because what do you mean it's all on him to make sure that he doesn't get you pregnant? Last time I checked, it actually does take 2 to tango. Let this be a lesson to all the men out there that this is a perfect example of a woman who is going to dump you when you actually financially struggle. The moment that you fall on hardship, she will dump your ass and make some excuse as to why she needs to dump your ass.
Not once in her video does she talk about how she hustled when he was down bad, or how, you know, she got up and did DoorDash or did side hustles or did any of that. Not once in times where, you know, they were on hard times. She said they always struggled financially. So instead of helping her husband, she's now divorcing his ass because supposedly he got her pregnant on purpose. You will never be able to confirm whether or not that man did it on purpose, but now you are going to be a single mother of 4 children. Like, let that sink in. With no money, you've been a stay-at-home mom for 7 years, and you think a man is going to take you on with 4 kids? All because you also made a choice to lay down and try to make a baby? Delusional women of today freaking crack me up, because tell me why or how you think you're going to make it with 4 kids. How you're going to get somebody to date you with 4 kids. And if you're pregnant right now, doesn't that make 5? Or am I getting my math messed up? Y'all will find any excuse to dump a providing man and then somehow twist it and blame it all on him. Because it's not all his responsibility. It never was. He provided for you for 7 years, and you repay him by divorcing his ass for wanting to connect with you. Y'all look for so much negative in your relationships that this is why you end up divorced. Oh, you're nitpicking at everything he's doing, and now you're unhappy, rather than understanding that your husband's been going through it for the last 7 years to keep y'all afloat. And maybe, baby isn't the best idea, but the sex connected to making that baby was where the connection was. And you still wanted to dump his ass. Let this be a reminder that you can be a providing man and give everything to a woman, and when she is ready to leave, she will make up any excuse to get the hell out of there. Okay, bye.
And this is what you call, in my opinion, a deadbeat mom. And she liked to say, oh, well, this is the straw that broke the camel's back. Have you ever thought that maybe some of these camels out here are weak? So any type of straw is going to break their back. Any type of adversity is going to knock them down because they weren't very strong in the first place. They sit around and do nothing all day, which is what it sounds like you were doing. The man was providing and doing all the stuff that he needed to do. And this time you say, you know what? I got to get up out of here. I got to go do something else. You'll always be trying to leave a man when he's going through something. Okay, then go ahead and do that. I don't want to hear nothing from you. I don't want to hear no requests for no money, no nothing, for no assistance, no emotional support. Get the heck out of my face.
Help me understand something, please. So a lot of men now, they'll see the issues that famous rappers, basketball players, football players, men with millions of dollars, they'll see the problems that they're having with women, and then they'll embody those problems into their own life. Prime example, you hear regular everyday men that, you know, work at Amazon or have really good paying 9-to-5 jobs, or men that's in the military. You'll hear them talking about the problems that these millionaire basketball player, football player, rapper men are having with women, and how women are trying to use them for their money. And they will literally embody those problems into their own life. And they'll really be going around here thinking that women are trying to use them for their warehouse check, for their 9-to-5 check, for their military check. And it's like women like that, and their favorite one to talk about is Brittany Renner. Okay, let's talk about her. Brittany Renner would never talk to anybody in the military. She would never talk to anybody that has even a good 9-to-5 job. And don't take this as me trying to crap on 9-to-5s. I love a man with a 9-to-5. Me personally, I love a blue collar. That's just me though. But she'll never talk to a man with a 9-to-5 job, ever. She'll never talk to somebody that works at a warehouse, period. So why are you like embodying these problems of these really rich men and like putting them in your own life when gold diggers aren't coming after you? You know what I'm saying? Gold diggers are not your problem. There's literally women that like you for you and want you for you, but you'll run them away because you're trying to act like you're NBA YoungBoy. You're trying to act like, oh, you have all these millions and millions of dollars and nobody loves you for who you really are. Baby, what? Like, why are you acting as if, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not understanding.
Seems like you guys can't think critically. Like you guys can't connect the dots. it's like monkey bars, and you guys are swinging from one bar to the next, and it just seems like you guys get to a certain point and you just drop off. I cannot swing to the next bar, even though they're equal distance apart. I can't get to the next one. I can't do it. And this is what you guys are with logic and in relationships. When a rich man is going through something, it's going to be the same thing whether he was broke or not, because the relationship dynamic is the same. It might be on a grander scale, but it's the same thing. So if a man has $1 million, guess what that woman's going to ask for? Oh, you got $1 million, right? Let me go ahead and get that. A woman's going to ask a man, an average man, a normal, a regular guy, a guy with a 9-to-5, engagement rings. So if a man is making $1 million, he walks through the store, $1 million a year, he walks through the store, he sees a $30,000 ring, and I love that ring. I'm going to get that ring for my fiance, and I'm going to propose. She loves the ring, goes through all the whatever it is, and then finds out the ring is $30,000. Loves it, by the way, posts it all over Instagram. Finds out it's $30,000. Oh, it's only $30,000. But don't you make $1 million? Isn't that like, is 30,000 even a quarter of your salary? Like, you couldn't find anything else? Well, didn't you like it? Well, yeah, I liked it, but now knowing that it was $30,000, I feel like I'm worth more. And so it's the same with men. If I'm making $50,000, you're going to want me to, if I get you $1,000 ring, that's pretty good, right? It's a nice ring. I did my research and I put all the factors into what you liked, and I got you $1,000 ring. It's not breaking the bank, and I can afford it, and you love it. It works for the both of us. Instead, you look at the ring and say, it's got to be at least 5 to 7. Well, I would have to save up a lot for that, and I would have to take out of my savings. Yeah, but how much do you value me? How much do you love me? I love you a lot, which is why I spent a lot of time trying to get the perfect ring for you. And you said that you liked it. But now that you found out what the price is, you don't want it anymore. That's what men are talking about. It's the same thing. It's just with less of whatever the unit of measurement is, less money. Well, you don't have as much car, so ain't nobody trying to take your car out. You don't have no money to take. But yet and still we get in court and you take half of what I have. You take half of nothing. I don't know how that's possible, but you leave me with even more of nothing. I'm even worse off than I was before. You guys got to start using your brain and thinking from, how does a man feel? Well, what is a man going through? You guys say that you empathize, but I don't even think that you guys even understand what that is.